What's up, guys? Hope you're having a fantastic day. If you've been a sub here for a long time, you know I've been gone for a while. I've been super busy, no excuses, but I just want to give a special shout out to you. And I know there's some new subscribers since the last time I made a video, so I want to say hello and welcome you. I don't usually do Pokemon Go videos, but if there's something interesting I want to show you guys, then I do it. So what I'm going to do today is try to show you guys the best Pokemon spots around me. Now, before you click off, you're going to say, hey, well, I'm not around you. But what I really want this to turn into is for everyone to leave a comment down below with their favorite spot. So if you're not around me, scroll down through the comments and you might find someone that said, hey, such and such is the best place for this type of Pokemon. And you might be able to find that useful. And then you can reply with your favorite spot and you can help each other out like this. And also, I wanted to show you a couple tools. I'll only show you this one, but I do want you guys to check out the Sylph Road. They have their own website. It's a really good Pokemon information spot. But this site right here, fastpokemap.com or .se, is the only tracker site that I know of that still works. So if you have a problem with trackers, then I don't know. I don't see a big deal with them. They help you out, especially since the in-game tracker doesn't work. So I'm going to show you guys a couple spots around me. I live in Florida. I actually live in Englewood, Florida. So I'm going to show you guys a spot in Venice, a spot in Punta Gorda, and then a spot in Englewood. So the first spot I want to show you guys, if you're around me, on the Gulf Coast of Florida, is Venice Avenue. Now, Venice Avenue is my favorite spot to go to. Not necessarily because it has the best Pokemon on the street, but there's Pokestops everywhere. It's a great Pokestop place. If you're low on items, you can fill up so quickly. And it's also the best spot if you have a family. So probably about right here where I'm clicking, there's a water fountain type thing. You know, the fountain shoots up in the air and the kids get to play in it. So the kids have a great time. You can walk around, play Pokemon, and it's also dog friendly. There's a lot of dogs that walk up and down the street. And also, I'm going to mess this up, but also if you go further south, I think it's called Casperson Beach. They have a nice dog beach. Don't quote me on that. You have to look it up. But they have a nice dog beach there, so you can bring your dog, the whole family, everyone will have fun. So I'm going to show you guys how this works. Like I said, the site doesn't work great. They try to shut down these tracker sites so often that actually the guy that runs this site is just constantly having to keep up. So it doesn't always run great, but it works. You can see right there on Venice Beach. Okay, there's a Spearow there. Right there on Venice Beach, there's stuff. So this isn't the best spot for Pokemon, but it's the best spot for Pokestops. But I also want to show you guys, if you go all the way down Venice Avenue right towards the beach, you can go right and there'll be an entrance into to park, and you can go left and there'll be an entrance to park. If you go left and go right about there, you can see stuff popping up already. It is the best lure spot that I've ever found. I don't know how it works, how they determine what Pokemon come from what lure spot, but I've caught so many, just a huge variety of stuff out of that lure, from, you know, Pikachu to Dratinis to Geodudes. Just Wartortles I've caught there before, a ton of different stuff. And also on the site I want to show you, if you see something up here in the right hand corner that's nearby but you haven't found it, you can go ahead and click on it and it'll show you a square of where it's at. So you can go ahead and just start clicking on places. As you can see, when it turns red, you just got to try it again and eventually it'll work, and you just keep clicking places and eventually you'll find where you want to go. So, hold on one second. Okay, so there's the seal right there. So it's really nice like that. So after you've gone down Venice Ave and you got all the Pokestops, and then you go to the beach and set down a lure at that Pokestop, I'm telling you, it's really good. And you can walk around the beach. It's a nice beach, and you can catch some Pokemon. So after that, you want to make your way up, get in your car, go down the Esplanade, and right here there'll be a stop sign. Turn left and just follow it all the way down, and this is the South Jetty. So if you're a fisherman, bring your pole, because it's a really nice fishing spot. If you've never been there before, I recommend some kind of heavier equipment because a lot of current. and maybe focus on Snook. So here, back to Pokemon. As you can see here, this is a Magikarp den, what do they call it? Nest. If you want a Gyarados, go there, spend a couple hours there, and you'll probably have it. But you can also see up in here in the nearby, there's Dratini that spawn in a lot. So here's the square. So it's not that helpful here. I accidentally clicked over there, so it's not working yet. But Dratini spawn here a lot. I've caught Dragonairs there before. Without this spot, I probably wouldn't have my Dragonite. Dratini spawn in there quite a bit. I wouldn't call it a nest, but I'd definitely call it like a common Dratini spawn point, if that makes any sense. So I'll look around here a little bit. It might have spawned out actually, because it's not showing up anymore. But you saw in the nearby, they do spawn in here quite a bit. Dratinis, Dragonairs, things like that. But there's also 3 lures right where this Magikarp is that if you park in a certain spot, you can hit all 3 lures and all 3 Pokestops. Okay, the Dratini is there. Okay, the Dratini's like right on the entrance. This is where people fish from usually. This is the jetty. And so right before that, you can see the Dratini right there. So that's awesome. You know, Dragonite's an awesome Pokemon. But like right here, 3 Pokestops touch. And a lot of times they have lures on them. And what happens is you'll just have Magikarp spawning on top of each other. Sometimes Dratinis, I've seen 4 Dratinis spawn on top of each other before. This was about a month ago. But there's Magikarp like crazy. So definitely check out this spot. This is a very, very good spot. So my next spot is in Punta Gorda. It's at Lashley Park. This is my favorite spot to go Pokemon hunting. So Venice Avenue is my favorite spot to go and have fun, hit a ton of Pokestops. And the South Jetty is awesome for catching, you know, Magikarp and stuff. But this is my favorite spot to actually catch Pokemon. You can see there's a Squirtle here right now. Right about where the Squirtle, not really where the Squirtle is, right about here. So you'll go down the Esplanade, you'll get right off 45, go down the Esplanade, turn in, I park right here usually. You can go down to Lashley Park, the park itself, and there's actually another one of those fountains just like at Venice Avenue where the kids can go in and have a ton of fun in there. But then there's also some shops. I think there's a restaurant. Well, there is a restaurant. I know there's an ice cream shop. I'm not sure exactly what's in there, but there's some shops down there right on the marina. You know, tons of boats are parked in here, and you can see there's a Squirtle right here. But you go down here, and there's actually a bait shop, and right in front of the bait shop is 3 Pokestops that touch. They all touch. You can sit in one spot in the shade, and there's lures going off there almost all the time. It's pretty rare that all 3 aren't going off. So it's an awesome spot. I'm not going to click around a ton just because it's annoying and it takes a while for this website to register. Okay, here's fun, and you see there's a Jinx there. That's actually really rare where I'm from. You know, it's different for everybody, but a Jinx is pretty rare. You know, you don't see those all the time. You can see other people are using this site right now. There's a Mankey, Jigglypuff. So here's Lashley Park. You can actually walk down, hit the 3 lure spot. You can walk down. There's a path right here that goes underneath the bridge, and you can follow this down. There's like a little tiki bar here or here, I'm not sure. You can follow that all the way down, and it leads right back to this path that'll go all the way down to Gilchrist Park. Now, it's not that bad of a walk, especially because it's right on the water, and you know there's a nice breeze. It'll go right down to Gilchrist Park, and this is another spot where there's some good Pokemon. There's actually been a wild Blastoise right here on Gilchrist Street, which is, you know, pretty awesome. So definitely go and check that out. After you're done with Gilchrist Park and you're done messing with the lures over on at Lashley Park, go ahead and get back in your car and get back on the Esplanade right here. And just follow it down, go past Gilchrist Park, and it's gonna make you turn like right about here. It'll tell you there's Fisherman Village coming up. Oh, there's 2 Blastoise or Squirtles over there now. But go on down, turn, and it'll make you go to Marion. Turn onto Marion, and then go into Fisherman's Village. This has some really good Pokemon too. I've seen What have I seen there? I've seen Lickitung there, which is actually really rare from where I am, so I don't know if it is rare. I've seen Chansey there. I've seen Grimer there. A lot of Dratini usually. You can see up in the nearby there's a gold duck nearby somewhere. The bats aren't, anything special. But this here, Fisherman's Village, is actually indoor-outdoor. So it's completely covered, and you can walk right through here. And there's a ton of shops and restaurants and all kinds of cool stuff. So it's a nice, easy walk. And there's usually some really good Pokemon there. You see there's a Growlithe, which is actually rare around here. I don't know in other places if it's as rare here, but Growlithe is pretty rare here. And Arcanine's a good Pokemon. So definitely check out Fisherman's Village if you're already up in Punta Gorda at Lashley Park. It's a really quick drive down there, and I think it'll be worth it. You'll definitely like it. Guys, my last spot is definitely my least favorite, but it's for us Englewood people. So if you don't want to drive around too much and you're in Englewood, go ahead and go down to Dearborn Street. If you're from Englewood, you know where Dearborn Street is. It's kind of like the historic district, I guess you could say, of Englewood. This is a very small town, but go check out Dearborn. It's not great for catching rare Pokemon. I mean, they do spawn in sometimes, like you can see there's a Growlithe here, which is nice. Not technically on Dearborn, but you can get there. Green Street will spawn in some pretty rare Pokemon sometimes. Not often, but I've seen Snorlax there. I've seen Grimer there. So Green Street's, keep an eye on it while you're on Dearborn. But Dearborn's basically for walking around, hatching eggs, and getting Pokestops, because it's the highest concentrated Pokestop location in Englewood, if that makes any sense. So another thing to keep in mind when you're trying to hatch eggs, I'm sure you guys know this, but Niantic will check in on you and see your location, and then it'll check in again in a couple minutes and check where you're at now, and it'll take those 2 points and draw a straight line. So if you're walking in squares and they check in here and they check in here, they're drawing a straight line. They're cutting out all that other walking you did. So Dearborn's nice because you can walk in straight lines, so you're actually getting credited for all the walking you're doing. So that's Dearborn Street. That's my least favorite, but it's also the closest. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you learned something new, definitely leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like. That'd be awesome, and I'll see you guys on the next one.